Alright, so 2K finally dropped the patch notes for Season 2, and this is by far the biggest patch thus far. And I briefly went through the patch notes, and all I gotta say is, wow, be careful what you ask for. We got a lot we gotta dive into, of course, so without further ado, I need y'all to grab yourself that brew, and let's get to the video.
Don't know it's brutalSim on the scene, wicked and mean. With the next video on this YouTube thing, we got 2K news and rumors. Don't forget the tutorials and tips. Turn your my player to a bad man and rule the sticks. No matter the mode, record or park, even my career brute will get you a good start. Hit the like button, don't forget the notifications. Comment down below and welcome to the Brute Squad Nation.
Alright, so we're gonna have to skip the intro. Y'all know what this Brute Squad, because we do have 14 pages of patch notes we gotta dive into. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man, it's a good read, y'all. So sit back, relax, let's get straight into it. So according to the patch notes, this update is scheduled to release on October 14th at 2 a.m. Pacific time. You gotta put 3 hours on that for Eastern time, of course. That's 5 a.m. on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. The Steam release is expected to follow later on October 17th. The preparation for NBA 2K26 Season 2 launching on Friday, October 17th at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Stay tuned for what's coming. Various updates and enhancements to the UI across all modes to improve the overall experience. Many additions and adjustments to audio, commentary, and other presentation elements across all modes. Move the zoom level closer when creating shoes based on community feedback. Arena updates: added the new Orlando Magic logo to their arena, added missing court lines to the Brooklyn Nets 2016-17 arena. Phoenix Mercury team logos will now properly appear on the Jumbotron in their arena. Current day uniforms update available following roster update after the patch is released. And of course, I will put the list on the screen if you all want to pause it, if you all want to go through it, because you got a lot of names. Of course, new player scans as well was added, and they got a long list. They also added some new dynamic hairstyle updates as well, and general hairstyle and likeness updates to the NBA players. Now, I don't care about none of this because I want to get straight to the gameplay, which is when things start getting interesting. So they started off really light, of course. They said adjusted the shot contest logic to reduce inappropriately high coverage scores or ghost contests when not actively contesting shots, which does make sense. Now, this one here is for me personally. I hated what they did with the alley-oops this year. I gotta wait and time a random button. That's annoying as hell to me personally. They said random button alley-oop finishing is now limited to Hall of Fame and competitive online modes. Anti-up, Proving Grounds, of course, and Pro-Am. Non-Hall of Fame modes, which is the ones I play, which is the theater, the rec, and the park, etc., now use a single dedicated finish button. This is something I felt like they didn't need to have or add, and here clearly the results are showing that I was right. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section. They continue to say increase the difficulty of making pull-up fadeaway jump shots based on community feedback. This is the backbreaker right here, which I think is going to piss a lot of people off, because I know some people who call themselves comp. This is all they relied on, every single bucket. Let me know what y'all think about this change, and it's based on how much they do with it or how far they go, but we're gonna have to wait and see, of course. We're gonna get back here in a future video. Let me know your thoughts though in the comment section. They also said improve the reliability of rhythm shooting inputs to ensure timing and tempo register consistently. Slightly tighten rhythm shooting windows for both tempo and timing. So they did make it more challenging, of course, because clearly people was proving all over the place that it was way too easy. So we're gonna see how much more difficult it is to make rhythm shots in NBA 2K26. So adjusted takeover effects. So the dunking boost now applies correctly to poster machine instead of blur. So now I can see a lot more people gonna be out there using poster machine. Me personally, I got a few builds with that takeover itself, and of course I will add that to my lineup. Your boy Brute is a rim runner extraordinaire, but it's neither here nor there. But I'm actually glad that they patched it, because blur was just way too overpowered and people was just abusing the exploit. Me personally, I used to abuse it myself, of course. When in Rome, do as Rome and do, but that's neither here nor there. It said add more reliable ball collision detection when dribbling into defenders and during blitz steal attempts. So it seems like they actually improved the steals in 2K as well. All right, so let's continue on to the next page. So replace the behind the back escape in the normal dribble package. So this is taking a shot at bigs, because bigs are the only ones who actually used to use this. It's behind the back and shooting people face. So clearly they're trying to nerf the super bigs again. The ball handlers can now cancel standing in and out, and some retreat size ups have been changed to hesitation move. Unwanted behind the back escape are no longer triggered when trying to step back out of body ups. Now this used to happen to me a lot, and I used to turn over the ball. I actually hate this, so this is actually a plus for your boy personally. Several improvements have been made to body ups for better reliability, improved 3-second violation logic to better handle 2-3 zone defenses and prevent exploits in modes without backcourt violation. Energy level in 1v1 games are now reset on possession changes as well. So that's all for the gameplay right there. Let me know your thoughts if they did enough or not enough at all. Put it in the comment section. So let's dive into the city changes. Many improvements to stability, visuals, and functionality to enhance the overall experience in the city. Various fixes to ensure invite functions as expected. Win streaks now appear in the post-game sequence for games in the theater. Your crew rank now appears at the bottom of the crew leaderboard. Fix an error message saying the theater was closed, which could appear when attempting to play multiple games in a row. Resolve a user-reported hang that could occur when entering the city with a very large friend list. Resolve an issue that caused certain customized HUD setting to reset after playing games in the city, and remove a long camera cut that could occur on sideline inbounds and obscure gameplay in Pro-Am 3v3 games. Now let's continue on. Address obstructed views that could occur when using the broadcast and high camera in certain settings in the rec. So hopefully this actually helps the drive camera even more than it already is. But let's continue on. Resolve a disconnect that could occur during shoot around in MyCAREER. Block not correctly award 1 point in the wood chipper Street King teammate trial. Resolve a hang that could occur when attempting to retry Street King games following a loss. International fouls committed by CPU players no longer count towards the player's penalty in starting 5 games. Fix a brief hang that could occur in open court games when first activating a pretty mid goats kill. So that's all for the city. Now let's move into MyCAREER and MyPlay, something that I do put a lot of time in, especially since I've been VC grinding, y'all, but that's neither here nor there. The various fixes and updates to the Out of Bounds story to enhance the overall experience. Added many new sideline interview covering a wide variety of content and topic in the NBA. Many fixes and improvements in general quest experience to ensure proper progression and objective completion. Many fixes and improvement tracking objective completion and reward earning in challenges. Several fixes to personal goal and postseason storyline in the NBA to ensure proper coverage and progression. Resolve user-reported issue that prevented shoe endorsement quests from being completed, including after signing with a new brand. Fix an issue where rebirth saves could lose badge progression if badges were utilized in-game before reaching its designated attribute requirement. Resolve a rare user-reported blocker that prevented the text message from the phone from being dismissed. Resolve an issue that could cause all-time players on the Dynasty team roster to be replaced in later seasons. Adjusted the GOAT tier evaluation to ensure MP can always reach the top position. Custom takeover now properly displayed in the active list when playing NBA games. The Ask Out feature now properly remove MP from the game when used during overtime. That's all for MyCAREER right here, so let's move into my team. Various improvements to the UI throughout the mode. Several fixes to improve stability across the mode. Player card view added a confirmation pop-up when adding or updating or upgrading badge on a player card. Fix the ability to swap added badges on player cards. Added from the menu to display the player, college, or region. Various improvements to the dynamic duo view, and of course they got some game changes as well. So the number of own game changer card has been added to the activation overlay. MTP and REP or rep game changer cards for breakout gunlet can now be activated. The breakout game changer card no longer appears as available unless a prize ball is equipped. All-star team up triple threat changes. It's the added protections to prevent win streak and squad wins from being reset due to rare circumstances in both triple threat park and all-star team up. I gotta get into some all-star team up, y'all. Let me know if y'all want to run that by the way. I actually forgot that was in the game because they actually put it in my team, but that's a different conversation for a different time. They fix an issue that prevent players from being able to mute other players in all-star team up. Free agent player cards now appropriately show the Onyx card in the triple threat park introductions. Ensure that the correct player with the highest My Team rep is highlighted as the MVP. Increase the scroll speed of prizes in the All-Star Team Up and Triple Threat Park menus. Address an issue that would prevent the Tier 1 Showdown player icon from appearing. King of the Court updates as well. Added an overlay to the King of the Court menu which display the top 4 game scores. The ref required bar on the player tab now updates to show progress towards qualifying for the next King of the Court event. Now let's continue on. So they also got some general quality of life improvements. They said the My Option menu now stays where the player last left off when listing auctions. Added missing badge filter in the auction house consumable search. Added the ability to view pack description that are inside the box in the pack market. Prevent WNBA pickup challenge from appearing when the NBA player card is selected for coach training challenges and dynamic goals. Player cards already included in the lineup no longer appear in replace player search results. Lineups are now properly saved if the player exists in the lineup menu from the coaching tab. Remove a blank takeover overlay that appeared in the gameplay HUD. Extra picks received in the Ascension will be immediately redeemed rather than returning the player to Ascension after the next game. So that's it for my team. Now we get into the My NBA, My GM, and the W. So various stability fixes and improvements for My NBA Online, and the W. Resolve a user-reported hang that could occur when sharing the draft class with many custom names. Fix a user-reported blocker that prevented progression in My GM when given particular tasks. Resolve an issue with player retirement-related events in My GM. Fix a hang that could occur when discarding changes in the analytics tool menu in My GM. Made various improvements to live practices in My GM. Stats for my players imported in MyCAREER now properly reset upon insertion in My GM. Address an issue that could cause created players to appear with the incorrect overall ratings. Address a hang that could occur during the expansion draft in the league with fewer than the standard amount of teams. Fix an oversized playoff logo that appear on the court floor in some historic teams. And shot feedback is now fully visible when playing games in the LeBron era. They adjusted the premium seat revenue data to be more realistic for expansion teams. Fix an issue that could cause edited signature animations on drafted players to reset to default in future off-season. Fix an issue that could cause the level of score to reset when entering certain menus in My GM. Rating and position average value now appears as expected on prospect cards when counted. Fix a rare disconnect that could occur in My NBA Online games. Fix a hang that could occur on the league member screen after the player has been removed from the league in My NBA Online. Ensure that the correct playoff online save is loaded when selected from the most recent save slot. Resolve a hang that could occur when editing the appearance of the imported My player. Let's continue on. And finally, for PC, various stability and performance optimizations to enhance the overall PC experience. Added support for controller vibration. Fix user reported issue with the game freezing. Remove the incorrect warning message about insufficient system and graphics memory that could occur for some systems when the game is launched. The keyboard now functions properly when using the quick edit feature in the create roster menu. And that's it right there, y'all. So overall, let me know what y'all think about the patch notes. A nice little read, man, but it did change a few things. I can't wait to see how it actually impacts the game. And let me know in the comment section if they did enough or they need to do more, of course. So y'all know what it is by now. Till next time, how blessed and be safe out there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates for NBA 2K. You know your boy got y'all, man. Till next time, how blessed one, y'all.